product that's coming and the kind of things that you can say. So I am almost finished here with this thing going live over on YouTube so that we've got it as a backup recorded over there. Give me 1 second for that to do what it's supposed to do. That's coming. All right. So awesome. Awesome. Glad that you are here. Feel free to drop any questions in the chat. And I'm going to take a look at the chat first. Jill Sager, mood makes me a better human. Yes. My kids like to say that mood helps me not be monster mommy. And I'm not offended by that. That's okay. Let's see, Nikki, Zoom will do it every time. Yeah, I got locked out of Zoom, eating lunch, camera off. No worries, no worries, no worries. Absolutely. Come as you are here. Happy to do that. No problems. Hey, Thomas, it's so good to have you here. And I learned something in sign language the other day. I am working on my alter ego of being a dragon slayer. And any of you diamonds on the call know what I mean about being a dragon slayer. And so I looked up what dragon is in sign language, and dragons like this, fire breather, I think. So we're dragon slayers here. So, all right, cool. So cool. Okay. Started decluttering my office. Would love those notes. Yes, Krista. All right. How do you determine what is relevant with your audience? I mean, I love reading books. I'm currently reading Zig Ziglar. You know what? They will determine it for you. They will give you feedback about it. So take one book, for example. I usually like to pick something that does have I usually like to pick a section that has to do with my journey for mental wellness. So it could be about mindset. It could be about, foods that you eat, how food affects mood. So that kind of makes the connection for me. And your audience is going to give you that feedback. There are times that I share things and it falls flat, absolutely flat. And that's okay. I just learn. I'm sort of, learning as I go, failing forward. So that's all right too. Love to look at mine, see what I'm missing. Nikki, yes, we'll do that. Okay, let's see. New to Amari, Stacy, welcome to our family. Marcy, I'm visiting pages before posting, but still don't see a huge response at the time. It's frustrating spending time making posts, and then it isn't seen by many people. What am I missing? And Marcy McKinnon, right? We will take a look at yours too. I'm new as well. Kathleen, welcome. So good to have you guys here. Okay, let's do this. Let's first take a look at a couple of examples, and then I'm going to share with you guys a link about things that you can say as we are in this pre-product launch period. And just for you that are not aware of what I'm talking about, the company Amari is launching a new product Wednesday, August 9th. That's a big night. Circle the date. Tell everybody that you know that's a brand partner to be there for that call that night. It's going to be a new product announcement. A lot of us have been testing this new product, and so you've seen some pictures of it, and it is really remarkable. I was just on a call listening to testimonials, and I'm so excited for everybody to be able to get your hands on it. Between now and the 9th, there are things that we can say. And then on the 9th, you will be given all of the things. You will be given the name of the product, the ingredients in the product, all of what the product does. You'll be given some special pre-order packages that your customers and partners can order in advance. And we will put those pre-orders in at the end of August. So between the 9th and the 29th, we're just getting the message out there and building our VIP list of who's interested in being the first to get their order in. This can give you such a strong closing to August. I have seen when we follow this strategy of pre-launching that people double their business in the last few days of the month because they've got so many people that are waiting for the link to order by the time that they're able to give them the link. Anybody want to double their business? Drop a double in the chat. Anybody down for that, to double their business? So that's why this is such an important month and important phases. So I'm going to get into what you can say between now and the 9th in just a moment. But first, let's go look together at a few of our volunteers on some content. So let me see here real quickly. I want to make sure I get the right ones. Okay. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. Let's see. Okay. Share my screen so you can look at this together. Okay, so we do this together. So Nikki volunteered for us to take a look at her content and just give her some feedback on what's happening here and what kind of things are working, what's not working, so that we can get a little bit more engagement going. So first of all, you guys help me out here with Nikki. Drop it in the chat. What do you notice on Nikki's content that you think is really good and that you're glad that Nikki's got going on our content? What do you notice? Things that you notice about Nikki. I will tell you some things I notice about you, Nikki. One, I really feel like your personality shines through. It makes me smile when I go to your page and I'm looking at your content. I love that you are showing photos of you, pictures of you. That's what people connect with you about. So that's really important to be consistent with that. And I love that you've got a photo of you in your profile. So that's great. I also love that you have like a link tree, that you don't have Amari specifically in your profile. That can throw people off. So I love that you've done that like that. You've got some message, maybe you've got some messages that are pinned, maybe not. You might want to take like a message of you mixing happy juice and pin it at the top, just so that people are consistently seeing that when they're visiting your page. And I guess what I would just say is continue to show pictures of you, continue to create content that's bringing value to others. Like, what is it that you could give away that doesn't really cost you anything, but is of value to others? Maybe it's an experience that you've had. Maybe it's like I'm doing, tips from this book that I'm just basically, sometimes guys, you could give something away that is something you just found on Google. Like, you didn't write it and you didn't have to be the author of it, but you saved somebody the time from them having to do the research and Google it. So when you think about who your ideal client is and where you can serve them and how you can support them, which was you several months ago before Amari, what were you looking for? What were you searching for? You could, one great thing to help people out with right now could be a sleep routine. Could be back to school. Parents are, they're just back to school topics to talk about. What kind of things are you doing? What's on your back to school list? How are you getting your kids reprogrammed from summer schedule to back to school schedule? What kind of tips could you offer like that? What 3 things could you share like that? Or could somebody ask you for, do you have a bedtime routine or a sleep routine that you use for the kids, especially back to school? Those are some things that you could be doing right now too. Is that helpful, Nikki? What are some other questions that you have?
My main question is that I have been sitting basically at the same amount of followers for probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 months. And I just keep putting stuff out there and I just feel like it's not growing. But I'm probably weeding out some and then gaining some, so they're probably equaling out. I just want to make sure that I'm touching all the things that I could. In my stories, I am doing a sleep study, so to say, with me starting Sleep Plus. And then every morning I'm going to get up and talk about how I slept that night, goods, bads, all the things, to kind of put my personality there as well. And my husband is doing it with me as well. So I just making sure I'm kind of doing everything and just putting myself out there and being vulnerable.
Yeah, Instagram, it's not you. Instagram is just very difficult in gaining followers. It's easier to build followers in Facebook sometimes because of the groups and the other things than Instagram is. Instagram is so much like branding right now that it feels hard to break through, and your consistency will pay off, as well as maybe reaching out and following some more people, reaching out, looking and searching for some more people that are your ideal client, that are like you, following them, liking their content, and then them getting engaged with you. That may be, that reciprocation may help a little bit. And that's all I can say with it right now, because the other stuff that you're doing is just really good. So keep doing it, keep showing up, but just maybe look to be, I always say social media is kind of like that lesson we learned in elementary from our parents, to have a friend, be a friend. And the more engaged we are with others' content, the more the platform rewards us. I will say this, now I do not personally have experience with this, but I've heard this from a few people on our team, that Instagram, you know, when Reels first came out as the thing, because Instagram was competing with TikTok, then Instagram rewarded us for making more Reels content. The more Reels you made, because, you know, we have no control over who sees what. The platform controls it, and not all of our followers see our content. The platform determines what gets pushed to who, how, and when. So at the time when Reels came out, the platform was encouraging Reels, and they were kind of goosing the algorithm to favor those that were creating Reels content. I've heard it said that that's what's happening with Instagram and Threads right now. But just know that if you do create a Threads account, if you ever choose to delete it, it deletes your Instagram account. So, you know, proceed with caution on it. But I'm just saying that that's what I'm hearing. And I've seen people gain followers by creating Threads content on their Instagram account. So Instagram is definitely favoring it right now, but that's our choice of whether we want to engage in that or not. So I hope that helps you some. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. Let's take a look.
For you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let's take a look at Marcy here. Hang on a second. Let's see, Marcy. Okay, Marcy. So Marcy, you are feeling like that you're creating posts, and you've come so far in creating posts and including your photos and engaging, but you feel like you're not getting as much engagement, even though you're going out and liking other people's content, right?
Yeah. And like I had a huge, like a lot of comments and likes and everything last week with my birthday and anniversary, like over 70 on one of my posts. And so I'm like, the iron's hot. I'm going to strike, you know, like I'm striking. Like I was just committed to do something every day, at least once, but it's going back down again. I'm like, it just gets frustrating.
Yes, it does. It does. Consistency is what matters with it. And guys, feel free to jump in. Whatever you like about what Marcy has here on her page and her content, feel free to give her some encouragement about that. It does, Marcy. Tell me about, I mean, where are you connecting with or getting more like more connections? People outside of just your normal followers?
I'm not sure what you like. It's mainly my followers who are commenting, and it seems to be the same people. And I've had a few people reach out to me, you know, over the past few months that kind of surprised me, because I didn't even know they had a clue I was doing anything. So I just have to keep that in the back of my head, that there are more people watching and not everybody's going to like and, you know, comment or whatever. So I'm trying to remember that. I would love to see more engagement with people, and that's frustrating.
Yeah, I hear you. What you might also want to try are some color block posts, because you are a very talented writer. You're writing, and I love the spacing that you're doing. That's a great lesson, everyone. A lot of times, if you're not experienced, then you are kind of putting all the words together and it's too much for people to read. But you can see how Marcy has it spaced really nicely so that they can click see more. I would just try to change that a little bit and do some color block questions. Maybe do, I love the back to school photo. Maybe find a back to school photo and ask everybody to share their elementary school photo or whatever. Just kind of give them a reason to respond that doesn't necessarily require them to think a lot.
That's one thing I just am kind of been picking up the past few days is like, I need to end with a question. Because because I like writing things, but then I've got to engage them with a question at the end or somewhere in the post. And that's helped.
Yeah, I would do that. And what I was talking about as far as expanding your reach, the first thing I do when I meet anybody out in my world, and one of the things that I do, one of my fishing holes is volunteer work, whether it is with a mental illness association that I do work with, or a suicide prevention, or a child sexual abuse prevention organization. I'm constantly involved in these charities where I'm meeting other and new people, and then I'm connecting with them on social media, because that's the thing. That's how we get connected. So I'm either reaching out and friending them, or they're friending me. So look for ways that you can, where are the pockets of people that are your ideal client? It used to be kind of Meetup. I haven't had a lot of good luck with Meetup recently. I mean, like in the last year since the pandemic or so. But look for that. Look for where those people are. It could be people in church. It could be people that go to the same school, or people that like painting butterflies or whatever. But
that's actually my weakest point is outside of social media groups, because with everything that's gone on with my family over the past few years, I really realized how much I've just closed in. And I'm starting to figure out like, what groups can I get involved with in the real world? Again.
Exactly. Yeah, make a list of those things that you like, those things that you do. I had the wildest thing happen. I love some interior design stuff, and there's someone that I follow. I follow her reels with her interior design ideas, and I like them. I forward them, and I also comment to her, and I've also privately messaged her that I'm just a fan of what she's doing, and I love what she did with this or whatever. She followed me. She ended up following me, because to have a friend be a friend, I was first giving as a friend. And so then she decided, well, this girl really is, kind, and I'm sort of curious what she's about and what she's doing. So that's how we build those connections, is we be a friend first to someone that's in the same kind of, life category that we are, or our ideal client area. And then Marcy, you may have seen, but there is a training about how to appropriately enter Facebook groups and how to be a really good friend and contributor there, and that will develop some connections too. So do you know where that recording is? I'll drop it in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll drop it in there for you guys. It's on this social media. It's on the Linktree for Linktree social. My glasses broke today, so I'm trying to workshop.com. Okay. Nope.com. Socialmediaworkshop.com. I think I spelled it right. So anyway, that has a link tree of a lot of recordings that we have done, including how to identify your ideal client. And I want to give a shout out to Jill Sager on here. I give her credit for a worksheet on that. Lindsay has a worksheet, and Jill's the best. And also, Andrea Clark has a pain, desire, language, and fears worksheet that are all listed there. But there is also a recording of someone teaching how to effectively make connections in groups. So Thomas, yes, I can do an audit on TikTok accounts. Let me see if I can find that. Let me do this, Thomas. I'm going to do that at the very end, and I'm going to go first and see if we can. In Facebook, you can choose the color when you write your post. That's what's under your Yes, Marielle, yes, for color block posts, that's very good. Yes, you guys are answering what that is. Yes, exactly. I'll just show you guys what a color block post is real quickly, for example, and it's just an engagement strategy, and it's just asking a question that gets people interested in, that they want. Everybody loves to give their opinions. We know this about people, right? Everybody loves to tell you what their opinion is about things. So ask a question that causes them to give their opinion. They don't have to think a lot about, but not one that makes them look bad. Now, I happen to choose my avatar for this question. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. It may not be. It may flop, and I need to change it and do something different. But I used my avatar here and created a color block question. Do you like to be the first to know something new? Because I'm kind of playing around and teasing. But right here is where you do a color block post. You go down to the bottom corner left, and then you can choose and you can write whatever. What's your back to school tip? That would be a great thing to ask is what's your favorite back to school advice? Or I've got teenagers looking for back to school advice. Something like that would be fine to ask. Any of those kind of things. And usually Facebook will show those and you get more people answering, and the more people that answer, the more Facebook shows it to more people, which is why you want to always love and comment back to anybody that comments on your post, because Facebook just looks at total comments and says that you're creating content that's interesting, and it reveals it to more people. This is true because sometimes when you're looking at what other people have posted, you see things pop up for you that were like 3 days ago, like somebody's birthday was 3 days ago. And you're wondering, why didn't I see it then? Why am I seeing it now? Because Facebook decides when you see it. You don't decide and they don't decide. So Facebook decided because they had enough engagement on it that it would show it to you 3 days later. So that's why that happens that way. All right, let's jump into, I want to talk about the new product launch. So let's just talk about this for a quick second. I've got a file link that I'm going to share with you that has photos. This is the link, and I'm going to copy it for you right now. And I'll drop it in the chat for all of you. And by the way, next week we'll be talking all month. We're going to be talking about this, about the kind of things the kind of things to do related to the new product, back to school, getting people interested. So I included some photos. They're just some basic photos, but some photos of what the new product looks like. Yes, it is a gummy. And then we're going to talk right now a little bit about what are some of the things that you can say. So before the August 9th call, we are not supposed to say, those of us that are on an NDA and in the test group, the pilot group, and if you are here and you're in that pilot group, just give a shout out for you're loving this product in the chat. We are loving it in our family as well. We're not supposed to say the name of the product or the ingredients of the product. That's going to be Dr. Sean's and Michael Quach, who run the science department and who exclusively formulated this product only for us. And they have differentiated it from anything else that's on the marketplace. So you can rest assured that you're going to have something very special and unique that's going to solve problems for families. I say that it's solving the number one problem around mental wellness, and that happens to be sleep. I don't always say sleep. I'm sort of coy about it because I'm going to be saying a whole lot about sleep starting next week. I might ask a question. I might ask a color block question like, are your kids sleeping okay? Or how much sleep do kids need? Or I might do a post where I'm talking about going back to school and changing the summer versus back to school routine for kids sleeping. Do you want my 5 tips of how to help kids sleep better? And then people can ask me for that. Where am I going to get that from? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google what are the 5 tips to help kids sleep better. And I'm going to kind of touch it up a little bit to be me, my own. And I might also add, if it doesn't already have something there about good supplements are available, or healthy sleep aids are available. I may add something like that. So that's something that you can do. So I say here that, it's something for all ages. It helps with winding down as well, relaxing as well as sleeping. And as of August 9th, everything's going to be shared, which is why it's so important that you are on the August 9th call. If you miss that call, you're behind. So want to be on that call. And guys, I want to tell you this, if you're here on this call and you have any partners in your team, please do them the favor of reaching out to them directly and letting them know, what are you doing August 9th? Please do not miss this call. This is going to be really important for a new product pre-launch. As of August 29th, we can enter pre-orders. So between the 9th and the 29th is going to be a flurry of content and activity on social media that you want to be on that August 9th call for, so that you're ready for and that you can create. And you're going to be collecting who's interested, because a lot of people don't mind waiting for something, but they just want to be the first to buy it. There will be a special offer around it for pre-ordering, and we will likely sell out. There's been a allocation of what's available for the pre-order, and then what's available for the people that are at convention and can get it in hand, which goes along with the pre-order, and they'll explain that. So people will want to be the first, and you'll want to have those orders on August 29th. So that's what I'm telling you here too, is directly reach out to people and make sure that they know. Don't assume that they saw an email or a text message from the company, and be sure that they know the significance of that call is not just a normal brand partner call. Some posts that you could do about curiosity. If you are not in the test group and you're thinking, I feel behind already, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? Well, I'm going to tell you, you can do a post that you're curious, that you can't wait to hear what the details are. And, do they want you to reach out to them August 9th as soon as you hear it? You can do something like this. The Mental Wellness Company is about to take mental wellness to the next level with a new product launch. I can hardly wait to hear the details next week. Do you like to be the first to know things? Some people may respond to that. Make sure you put a photo of you. You could do a color block post. Who likes to be the first to know things? You could do a color block post. The Mental Wellness Company's launching a new product. Any guesses? Let people guess. Whatever it is that they put in there could be something you could follow up with them about that they may not know that you've already got. So let them guess at what it is. You can do a photo of the product. This little gem solves the #1 concerns that impacts mental health, and it's coming your way soon. New from the Mental Wellness Company. Who wants to be the first to know? And you could do a little poll in your stories, question in your stories, things like that. You could do something like, I think the song Peaceful Easy Feeling is fun from the Eagles. You can think of some fun songs, some popular trending songs that you could use, and you could show the new product, and you could say coming soon. You can do some fun things like this. I've got a secret, or we've got a secret. There's a special launch coming. Who wants to know more? Things like that. And for those that are testers, you're going to see them probably do a little bit more than that, because they're sharing a little bit of their experiences. And don't worry, you're going to be able to do all the things. You'll have all the information on August 9th. So that is some ideas. Tell me what some of your ideas are. You are best collaborators. Who's got some ideas of what you would want to share? Bobby, the time of the call on August 9th is 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Devin, yes, ChatGPT is so helpful for everything. Yes, and Jill is getting brand partners to that call. That's a focus, absolutely. Let's see, my poll about quality of sleep. Yes, that's a great idea, Thomas. That's a great idea to get to know. The thing that you're doing with social media is you're getting to know who your people are. Who are the people that are connected with you, and you're revealing a little bit more about yourself. Just like I told you guys about the book thing, I'm revealing I like to read books. I like self-help books. So the people that like self-help books, or that I mean, I had people that respond to that post that ordered from me a year ago and have not ordered since then. And I am certain, because they are following me still and they responded to that post, I'm going to get them ordering something else, or at least they're going to be in the know about something else. But I'm also serving them and supporting them too. So I'm able to lead with love in supporting them as well. Okay, so very good, very good. Okay. What other questions do you guys have? Sorry that link didn't work. I told you guys that my glasses weren't working and I was squinting to try to type it, but somebody's got my back there and had it right. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany, for putting it in right. Thank you. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? Any suggestions that you have for ideas about promoting that August 9th call and what's coming? I'm going to give you guys a second. I'm going to run over to TikTok and see if we can get Thomas's account here. Any other comments or questions? Or ideas? Do you have any ideas of something you want to share on social media, but you kind of feel stuck about how to word it, how to come up with your headline or tagline? To clarify, Shantae, yes, we will not be able to pre-order on the 9th. Correct. The order link will not be available. The web page will not be up on the Amari site to order technically, but you will get the pricing information and the pack information so that you can start pre-selling it and telling people about it. And that's what we do, is we just build a list of everybody that's interested so that as soon as the link is available on August 29th, we just have a list of like 10 or 20 people that know that they want to order it. They already know what the price is, and we just send them the link of it's here, it's ready, you can go order it right now, and then they go in and order. So on the 29th, 30th, and 31st, we've got 3 days where all of those people we talked with between the 9th and 29th can be ready to order, and they don't need any more selling with them. And in fact, the company's going to help us out with that too, because on Monday, the 28th of August, the company's doing a conference call that will be open to everyone, not just partners. So during the 9th until the 28th, if you've got somebody that wants more information or wants to hear it directly from Dr. Sean themselves or whatever, they're not ready to make that decision yet, you can say to them, well, hey, are you available the 28th? Come to this call on the 28th and you'll hear it from Dr. Sean himself, and you can get the information so you can get your pre-order in on the 29th. Because my guess is it's possible by the 31st of August, we will sell out of the pre-order stock. But certainly early September, we will. So, so that's why we spend that time from the 9th until the 29th to have it ready for people. We have a lot of teenagers using and adults using this product. So it is not exclusively for children. We have a lot of teenagers and adults using it as well. And, you know, one of the things that we're hearing is people remember to take something that's fun, kind of like Happy Juice, right? People remember to take something that's fun where, you know, they may have had other options like our Sleep Plus capsule or things like that, but they forget to take it. And they might have a little bit of a different experience, a better experience with this, because this is not just sleep only. So you're going to hear more about the other attributes of this that work together and make it unique in the marketplace. It's as young as somebody that can eat a gummy. So if they can chew something like that without choking, then that's okay. I think people usually say around 2 years old, but you'll get all that information on on the call on Wednesday, August 9th. Now, let's be sure before we leave here, and I am going to go back and look at Thomas's TikTok account, but while I've got us all up on the screen here, let's take a Happy Juice Cheers post. If you've got it, if you don't, no big deal, but let's everybody grab a screenshot of us so that this is a great story for you too, to just talk about the community that you're in. There are so many people looking for community, and they feel left out, not supported, not connected, isolated. And so I love grabbing screenshots of us like this and using it in your stories in particular to say something like, I love this community. We are leading the mental wellness movement together. We are learning social media strategies together. People pay a ton of money to learn social media strategies that we'll just give to you free here. We'll just give to you weekly, monthly, over and over and over again. So get that message out there, because there's people that might be watching you that could be the deciding factor for them. Is I saw you post about the community and leading something together and social media workshops together. And that's my vibe, but I feel alone. I feel like I'm doing my business alone. So you never know who you're going to attract with that kind of content and that kind of post. So very good. Okay, I'm going to go look for Thomas's TikTok, and we'll see what we can do to help there. Now, Thomas, you have seen some of the free TikTok training that we provide here at Amari, right? I'm going to try and pull this up. No.
Я как уже не знаю, вот не понимаю, честное слово. Вот смотришь на других людей, все что-то встречаются, мутят. А мне 30 лет, у меня парня нет. Хотя вроде, не уродина, работаю, чувство юмора есть, а парня-то нет.
Oh, sorry. My
Я как уже не знаю, вот не
I'm
понимаю,
not
честное
sure
слово.
where.
Вот
I'm not
смотришь
sure
на
where.
других людей, все что-то встречаются,
I don't have
мутят.
any-
А мне 30 лет, у меня парня нет. Хотя вроде, не
don't
уродина,
think I have.
работаю.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Just give me a second to sort through. I do not know. I was trying to go over to TikTok and it was just pulling up automatic content. So hang on a second.
Ничего не думает, он тоже не знает, в чем проблема. Я
No. Okay, guys, I am looking for, let me find the TikTok training for you too, and I'll drop the link. I have a TikTok app on my phone, but not on my computer. And so every time I'm going over to TikTok, it's pulling up a bunch of Russian content and Chinese content for me, and I cannot silence it and you still hear me. So just give me a little second there, but we do have free TikTok training. I'm gonna find where those links are for you. Give me 1 second here and I will grab that for you. Okay, let me see if I can find it here. I know that we have it. And I know that I've got the links to it. So just hold on a second. All right, it may take me a little bit longer, but if you want to hang on with me, I know that we are still within an hour here. I will find this link for you. Let's see, why can't I find it? Okay, I thought I had the link saved in one spot, but I'm not finding that at the moment. So let me go a different place and find it for you. Here, let's go to one place that I'll grab it for you right now. And I'll do this. I'll add it to that social media workshop link. So if you need to go, you can go. But if you've got that social media link tree that I shared, Linktree social media workshop, I will add the content to the TikTok training there. So that you can go if you need to. Well, darn it. I am not finding it in the places where I know I used to have it. So I'm just having to dig through stuff. I don't want you guys to have to wait. Let's just say that. Go to that link tree and I will add it. I will add, there are two separate TikTok trainings that we have here at Amari. So I will add them to that Linktree, social media workshop well, you don't need a .com, social media workshop. That's where you would go to. Okay. All right, I will try to post the Linktree again. Linktree / social media workshop. Okay, see if that works for you. It should be Linktree social media workshop. Okay. All right, guys, have a great day. And I hope to see you back here again next week. And I can't wait to see you next Wednesday night on the call. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Have a great day.